First thing that I want to talk to you about is the fact that Krillin had to die in order for Super Saiyan to happen. As we all know, dying is a bit of a joke when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, right? Because you can always be brought back to life with the Dragon Balls. Except if you've already been wished back to life once before. Now, Krillin's death here is different because he died. What do I mean by this? Well, this takes us back to what Yamcha told Krillin.
I think it's time I showed these thugs that no one comes to Earth and pushes us around.
But Yamcha, I'm just as capable of—
You've already been wished back with the Dragon Balls before. I haven't. So, if anything bad does happen, at least we know that I can be revived, right? Let me take care of this one. I'm gonna wipe out all 5 of them at once.
You see, Krillin had already died once in Dragon Ball and been brought back to life. This is why Yamcha tells Krillin to step back and let him go first, because he could always be brought back to life. And this is not the case with Krillin. And this leads to, Yamcha dying. What this shows us, the fact that Krillin had already been brought back to life, is that when Goku sees his friend die, he knows at this time that he is not able to bring him back. Now remember, we haven't found out that with the Namekian balls, we can bring people that have been already been brought back to life by the Earth Dragon Balls. It's a whole thing, look it up. Now, besides the fact that Goku lost his best friend, at this time, he also understands that he is not going to be able to bring his friend back to life. And this is why Goku goes in such rage, anger, and fury, because he just witnessed his friend die and there isn't anything that he's going to be able to do about it. Now, for a normal human, that would have instilled similar feelings. However, because Goku is a Saiyan, these feelings were amplified because of who they are, because of who the Saiyans are. And this rage ultimately yields the Super Saiyan form. Now, one thing that I want to share with you guys is that I truly believe that Krillin had been set up to die at this point since the Saiyan saga. And I say this because right after Goku defeats Vegeta, we see a different type of Krillin, right? If you guys know anything about movies, right, you've seen it, that movies even shows where, you have a, second tier character, if you will, right? Somebody that's not the protagonist, right? Once they start getting a little bit more screen time, you can be very sure that something is going to happen to that character in order to catapult the protagonist to take some type of action. And this is what happened with Krillin. Now, if you remember, after the battle with Vegeta, everyone is in despair and they're super sad because remember, Piccolo had died, which means they can't bring any other friends back to life. And in this moment, when everybody is in despair, Krillin is able to keep his cool, right? He is the one that guides them to where the other bodies are, right, of the soldiers that have fallen. He is actually the one that comes up with the plan to go to Namek, bringing back hope to the entire group that there may be a way still yet to bring back their friends and undo the craziness that the Saiyans did on Earth. Krillin single-handedly brings back hope to this entire show. And then right after Bulma does a bunch of calculations, they figure out that it would take about 4,000 years to get to Namek. And that hope is gone. But only for a second. Because our boy Krillin came in clutch. Now you see, he reminds them that there is still one spaceship left behind. The one from Nappa. And it just so happens that Krillin remembered to grab that remote that controls that spaceship. All of these actions really get you to feel and to want to see Krillin progress as the viewer. Now this brings me back to the last point, and it brings us back to Proverbs 17:17. A friend is always loyal and a brother is born to help in a time of need. What the heck does this mean? What Proverbs is getting at here is the difference between a friend and a brother. A true friend is a constant source of love and support, while a brother, because your blood relatives, right, may not always be there, but they are going to be there in those tough times. So thus showing us that oftentimes friends tend to be closer than family. And this is the case with Krillin and Goku. A simple example of this is Raditz coming back, Goku's brother, and he is just pure evil. And you have here Krillin, obviously, who is Goku's best friend. And I want to share with you a couple of details that really stand out from the Saiyan saga that shows us that Krillin is a true best friend. Firstly, who is the one that has to break the bad news to Chi-Chi? Krillin. Krillin is the one that goes to Goku's wife and lets her know that her husband has passed away. Secondly, Krillin, against all rationale, listens to Goku when he asks Krillin to not kill Vegeta and let him go, showing us how much trust Krillin has in his friend Goku. Because think about it, I don't think any of us would have let Vegeta go. And lastly, and this is something that you could miss very easily, Krillin covers up for Goku. When they're in the spaceship and he has to tell them that Vegeta got away, he doesn't say that he let him go because Goku asked him. In fact, what he says is that he let Vegeta go. Vegeta got away from him, showing the mark of a true friend. And all of these details come together to show us why Krillin was the one that had to die in Namek in order for Goku to reach that Super Saiyan level. Now here's a bonus thing that I was thinking about, and that is when Vegeta turns Super Saiyan. Right, so Vegeta's jealousy and his rage because Goku beat him to Super Saiyan is akin to losing a best friend. This is how crazy, how jealous, and how enraged Vegeta is at the fact that Goku beat him to Super Saiyan. Alright guys, well this is all that I had for you today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did like this video, please make sure to share, like, subscribe, and tell other people about this channel. As always, I just want to remind you that we must persevere.